Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Accessibility Podcast. Today I would like to talk about the question why we need more basic knowledge and less accessibility specialists. The problem is that accessibility in the last years had not made so much progress. And one problem is that accessibility is not always a task for accessibility specialists, but almost in every case, the task of the different groups which are working on websites. And one secret perhaps is that it is not the developers and the designers who spend most time on the website or with the website, but editors. And editors are also responsible for accessibility. The problem is that many people have to do accessibility but don't know how to do it. The problem is that the responsible persons, that means the persons who are responsible for the content, do not have the knowledge how to make it, especially in the in public authorities. Of course, for example, you have people who are creating documents and they don't know how to make them accessible at all because nobody teaches them and nobody gives them the tools they need to make them accessible. And nobody knows why to do it because they don't understand the topic. In some cases, we see that the people do not know how to do their work. For example, we have web developers which are not able to work with HTML. I don't know what they work, but they, especially, they are working with pushing blocks here and there, drag and drop boxes here and there. Perhaps hack a little bit with jQuery or something like that. And that is what we call today web design or web development. In many cases, the people don't know how to work with HTML or CSS. And the problem is that we, the accessibility specialists, are especially working on creating error reports or fixing here something and fixing there something, but don't do anything to progress accessibility. And one important thing would be to teach the people the different roles, developers, designers, and editors, how to make that stuff accessible. And one reason is that we get or we earn our money from the errors of other people. When other people know enough about accessibility and don't make so much errors, nobody would need us and our knowledge. But we don't help the people to prevent to make errors. And one problem is that we have a lot of people who have bad knowledge, which can be better than no knowledge, because you can do more wrong with. A good example is area. When you use area in a wrong way, you can damage the whole application, or at least make it difficult to use it. And perhaps it would be better to use no area in this way, in this situation. And what we need, I think, is that many more people have basic knowledge. For example, editors have basic knowledge about accessibility and not so much practical knowledge, expert knowledge, because we don't have so many experts, that we never will have so many experts. that we can say, okay, every company has now a specialist for accessibility. And when we have this, the person will not, cannot do everything. That means you don't need one specialist in a big organization, but you need, I don't know, perhaps 100 or 50 or something like that. Um, and that would be possible. That means we need more qualification, especially in the universities and colleges and the training institutions for people with which are working in the public authorities, for example. And we don't have to teach them everything to everyone, but we have to teach the people who need something what they need. For example, we have to teach editors how to make um, their stuff accessible with the content management system, or we have to teach developers how to work with automatic testing and how to do accessibility with their development environment, something like that. And that is the main task we have to do. I think we have to create more training courses, which are, and we have to create more training material, which is easy accessible in both ways, understandable and accessible, of course. And that will help us to improve the situation. So this was it for the time. I hope you enjoyed the podcast and the episode, and would be glad if you come again next time. Goodbye.